सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. So we'll 12th shlok of 12th chapter, which is the summary of all the teaching. Bhagavad Gita, every teaching, like not just Bhagavad Gita. So we'll say that 12th shlok of 12th chapter. Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasat
ज्ञानम् अभ्यासा
ज्ञानाध्यानं विशिष्यते
ध्यानाध्यानम् विशिष्यते
ध्यानात् कर्मफलत्यागः
ध्यानात् कर्मफलत्यागः
त्यागात् शान्ति अनन्तरम्.
त्यागः शान्ति अनन्तरम्.
So Bhagavan is giving that the whole spiritual path. It starts with abhyas and the end goal where we reach. There's no goal. We reach automatically. In Vedanta, Adhyatma, there is no goal. Just keep doing abhyas, vairagya. Goal will happen, and that is shanti anantaram. That's the ultimately all we want is shanti anantaram, uninterrupted and or unlimited peace. Abhyas and then gyan, dhyan, tyag, and then shanti. So that's the ladder, and all sadhana have the same thing. If not, go back to the practice abhyas, and then reach there. That's the 12th shlok of 12th chapter, which summarizes everything. Now we'll say the 7th shlok of 2nd chapter, which is Arjun's prarthana, which is our prarthana too. And the answer to that prarthana is Bhagavad Gita, the whole teaching. The 7th shlok of 2nd chapter. Karpanya dosho upahat svabhavah
कार्पण्यदोषोपहः स्वभावः
prachami tvam dharma sammudachetah
पृच्छामि त्वाम् धर्मसमूढचेता
yat shreyasat nishchitam bruhi tanme
यक्षेयस्यात् निश्चिन्तम् ब्रूहि तन्मे
शिष्यस्तेऽहं शाधिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम्.
शिष्यस्य तेऽहम् शाधि माम् त्वाम् प्रपन्नम्.
So Arjuna is saying that karpanya dosho upahat svabhava. Because of my consciousness is shrinking, I am confused, deluded. So upahat svabhava, I am losing my identity. Svabhava is identity. And I am forgetting who am I. That's the biggest question. Who am I? And he's saying, so that's why I come to you as Shishyasteham, as your disciple. And nit shreyasyat nishchitam muhitan me, which is the shreyas, which is the best path for me at this context. What is the best decision I should take? Please guide me. Shadimam tvam prapannam. I surrender to you. Shadimam means guide my buddhi towards the shreyas. Shreyas means which is good for all. And that's what Arjuna, and that's our prarthana, right? So, purpose of satsang is also the same thing. It is not about Yuddha. He asking, we can ask the same question if I have, but the whole purpose in life is there is a dilemma always, like what is right, what is wrong, should I do this? So Bhagavan Arjuna gets question, and then answer is Bhagavad Gita. So all what read with Bhagavad Gita is allowing me to make the right choice with, and that's the essence of Bhagavad Gita, with no pressure, no stress. It's like sthit pragya. That's what Bhagavan says. Equanimity. With all the joy, you make the choice. And you don't decide once you have that so much understanding. Then the choice you make should not be related to the consequences of that. But our problem is that we focus, when we make the choice, my focus is on the consequences also. If I'm doing this, will this happen? And Bhagavan said, forget about that. Your goal is, and Arjun is very smart. He said, just tell me what is Shreyas. Not he didn't say tell me the fall of Shreyas. And that's what the whole teaching, that just focus on that choice. Consequence can be anything. It's all related. Consequences are related. They're not absolute, relative. So Bhagavan said that's the whole teaching. Yeah, so that that's the second 7th shloka of second chapter Pradhana. So last week we completed 16th chapter. We'll recap a little bit and then go into the 17th chapter. But today is Hanumanji's birthday also. It's a good way to get into, and the chapter title is Shraddha Tray. So Hanumanji is, I was saying Hanumanji is the embodiment of Shraddha. So it's good to start the chapter with Hanumanji. We'll do that right when we reach there. So right now we'll just recap a little bit 16th chapter and then we go to. So we know that first chapter was Arjun Vishad, where Arjun had this problem, what should I do? Same, the 7th shlok, he has repeated that, what he said in the 7th chapter, what he faced in the 7th chapter. 7th chapter is of Vishad. Vishad means despondency or depression, and like feeling low, we can say. So that was Arjun's condition. That's what he described in the 7th shlok we just said. So Bhagavan started teaching from the 11th shlok of 2nd chapter. And the 2nd chapter is Atma Gyan or Atma Bodh, we can say. And the whole purpose Bhagavan explained in the 2nd chapter that you are not this body. And that's the confusion. And that is because body has limitation. And you think I am that, and then you are limited. So that's the 2nd chapter, which is called Atma Gyan, we call it. And nowhere, and I repeat whenever we go to 2nd chapter, I mean, I'm sure everybody has read so many books, even we read it. Nowhere, no book has explained better than the 2nd chapter Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavan has explained the nature of Atma, which is our nature, our identity. Beautifully 19 or 20 shlok, wonderfully explained what Atma is. So that is Atma Gyan. That's a Gyan Yoga also we call it, or Sankhya Yoga, 2nd chapter. Then 3rd chapter, 3rd, 4th, 5th, Bhagavan talked about the karma, which we all do that. Even if I know I am Atma, the karma doesn't go away. So it doesn't matter I am a Sansari or even a Jnani, karma is always there. But Sansari has more problem with karma. We don't understand karma, we get confused. What is karma? So 3rd, 4th, 5th, kind of all Bhagavan talked about karma. 6th chapter, Bhagavan brought in 6th chapter in the middle of sadhana. So how do you, now I understand what is Gyan, now I understand what is karma. Now what? Bhagavan said there is a sadhana required to hold on to that teaching. We all get, I mean, we all read, everything is, but am I able to hold on to that teaching? Hold on to that teaching means whenever it needed, that teaching is available to me or not. And we all know that. Even if we write exam, and we all know that we have written exam, I prepare everything. Like there are 15 chapters in the book, textbook. I prepare all 15. Still in the exam, I may get 80%, I may get 60, I may get 90. Because that time, all that, whatever I have studied, may not be available to me. If available, I get 100%. But majority time not. Same thing in life. Whatever teaching, Bhagavan, Gyan and Karma, those are the teaching. There is nothing else than Gyan and Karma. Those are the basic, fundamental. But whenever it comes situation, do I have that like knowledge? No. And that's Bhagavan says 6th chapter, Atma Sanyam. The only way to do this is Atma Sanyam is self-control, people call it, or Dhyan Yoga also. So 6th chapter, Bhagavan talked about self-control, basically Indriya Nigraha, we can say. But the key there is Dhyan. And Bhagavan has taught Dhyan also there. Then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 5 chapter Bhagavan talked about himself. We saw Vishwarup Darshan, and Bhagavan says Prakriti is me, and all Ganga is me, Himalaya is me, all that. And we saw that Vishwarup, the Virat Rup, everything is me. So 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. It's all Bhagwan. 11th is Vishwarup. That was the culmination of his. Bhagwan is saying who's Bhagwan, not Krishna per se, Bhagwan. Then 12th chapter is very uniquely placed there. Bhagwan said, okay, now what is your relationship with me, Arjun? Bhakta Bhagwan. So 12th chapter, that is Bhakti Yoga. So we saw. And 13 is another, it's an expansion of second chapter. Basically, what they Atma, more detailed explanation. But 13 is exactly, it's expansion of the second chapter. Then the 14th, 15th is similar, Bhagwan. 15th is again about Bhagwan, but 14th and 16th, these two chapters go together. I mean, that's my own study or my own like thought process. Maybe everybody think, I mean, we are free to think. But that's what I. So these two, chapter 14 and 16, are exactly how do we practically in day-to-day life use these teachings. I personally feel that 16 should be taught in the beginning, or should be taught in all the schools actually. All this, because 14th is all about the tendencies we have, and 16th is how those tendencies turn into the qualities or the characters in our own. So 14, 16 are like that. 14 is Gunatraya, 16 is Visa Devasur Sampati. So we finished 16. And now 17, Bhagavan talked about Shraddha, and 18 is the last one. So we are going to be 17, but we'll just recap 16 quickly and talk about Hanumanji, and then we get into 17th chapter. So we saw it is Dev Asur Sampatti Vibhag Yoga. Dev Sampatti. Sampatti means the tendencies or the qualities we can put. And Asuri is not qualities but tendencies. So Devik means Dev word has come, which Dev means getting enlightened or be good. Goodness is Dev. That's why we say Dev. And the Asur means very simple definition. Asusu Ramante iti Asur. Asusu means Indriya, Asushu. So the one who always dwell into Indri sense, that is Asur. So Asur doesn't mean always Ravan or Hiranyakashipu, because they were so focused on their ego, like Ravan, this Ravan. That's why they're Asur. So it is not a person. If I am like individual, we when we get into that, if I am in like Kam or Krodh, that's what Bhagavan says, 16th chapter. Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Narak ke dwara. These three will take you to the gateway to the hell or Narak. Kam, Krodh. So Kam, Krodh, Lobh, we all have that, right? So Bhagavan is saying, whenever I am in that state of mind where there's a Kam, Krodh, Lobh, like there's a illegitimate desires, greed, anger, that is all Asur, Asuri Vritti. So it's not that Asur is a person. Anyone who has that, so we also get. So we have both. So that's what Bhagavan is saying. It is not about some describing some outside character. He's saying, so that's what this chapter brought about, like Bhagavan told. So, and now we all know a very famous story. We all know Samudra Manthan. It's a very famous from, it is given in many shastra in different way, but it is Samudra Manthan. We know Dev Asur Sangram was there. And Samudra Manthan is studied by many non-Hindus also. It's a very famous incident, like people, scholar also, if you go to some university's website, they talk about Samudra Manthan. So it's a beautifully described by Vyasji. And we all know the story. There were Asur and there were Dev. Exactly, look at this chapter. It says Dev Asur. And that also Dev Asur Sangram. They both wanted the Amrit. Once you have nectar Amrit, you are alive forever. So Dev thought that if Asur get that Amrit, they'll be like immortal and they'll always like trouble the whole world. So Bhagavan, they went to Bhagavan. We know the story. So Bhagavan says, oh, you all churn that ocean. Ocean has Amrit, and Amrit will come out. So they agreed together, let's do that. That time they joined Asura Dev, but they were depending on the Bhagwan. Bhagwan is going to help us in this. And we know the story, like they started churning. They were Asura. Look at here. That's what this chapter Bhagavan is saying. And Bhagavan talked Bhagavad Gita sadhana. Sadhana, abhyas, vairagya. All these are churning rod in our, like, we both have tendencies within us. We all have kam, krodh. We all sometimes satya, abhayam. We all have those qualities which are deva asur. Now when we have to do the churning, and Bhagavan said you have to do the churning for Amrit to get out. But we all know that when the Samudra Manthan was done, poison came out first. Because Samudra has a, but poison came out. Now everybody says, oh, who is going to take that poison? Neither Devta wanted poison, nor Asur wanted. Poison who will take? But whatever comes out, you have to take it. That was the condition. Now Devta said, Bhagavan, Raksha karo. And Shivji said, we all know, Shivji said, hold on, I'll take the poison. So Bhagavan Shiv took the poison. So here also, when we do this churning, and this we are doing sadhana, when we do swadhyaya, anything we do, meditation, whatever practices, mandir jate hain, bhajan karte hain, doesn't matter. All within our antahkaran, which is our consciousness, all we have all these asur qualities also, krodh, greed, they'll also pop up. So now, if the poison comes out, all these tendencies, and in fact, some of you I have seen that, right? In Bharat, if you go to Himalayan, I visited personally. If you go to Himalayan, there are sadhana kaksh in the caves, Himalayan some ashram. People go sit there 3 a.m. in the morning, 4 a.m. I went there and sat with them. And when they start doing sadhana, they start like making noises, and some people will fall and some people will cry. And the Swamijis, whatever, there are Siddha sadhanas. They say let them do that because those vikar are coming out. So just be there. They keep chanting, keep doing every day. Slowly, all those vikar will go away. That is poison that comes out. So who is going to help to held that poison? Bhagwan Shiva was there. So here is all these good things. If you do like Panchamahayagya, every day I'll get anger also. But at the same time, some other qualities will help me. That is Bhagwan's Naam. That's why they say constantly do the jap. Even, and in fact, wonderfully Bhagwan Buddha has explained, we know that he was a master of anger management, right? He said in very clearly that anger is not outside of you. Anger is part of you. It's so love it, watch it. Don't hate anger. It comes, just watch it. Handle it like our kids. There's an example they give that when the kids are making like tantrum throwing, they come to parents, even if they're angry and throwing tantrums. And parents then throw the kid out. They'll hold it and make sure that, so that's the same thing he said. So all these, we are able to handle all these vikar or negativities or asuri tendencies if we have Bhagwan's, best is Bhagwan's naam, jap. That's why they say that you'll see some people are always those, the mala in hand and then keep doing that. There are various ways. You don't need mala, but constant Bhagwan's jap, Ram, Ram, whatever we do that. And that helps. So that is Bhagwan Shiv, and that will take the poison. Then comes Amrit after that. When Samudra Manthan was doing, and we know Amrit means all those best, the jewel. Before that jewel, all properties also came, but then came Amrit. Amrit means Anand, Shanti. Now look at that. Bhagavan said that these asuri tendencies are Kam, Krodh, Lobh, they are vulture, like they are also watching. So when like Asur and Dev both were there, Amrit came out, Asurs also jumped, and Dev said, Bhagavan again, save us. अगर इन लोगों ने अमृत ले लिया तो भगवान से ओके भगवान came in Mohini avatar, right? First Shivji came, then Vishnuji came, and the story is beautiful actually. What happened, let's not get into that, what is, but Bhagwan says, okay, hold on. I'll come, and then we know the story that took the Amrit pot and ran away, and Bhagwan gave it to Devtas. So all this satsang sadhana, that is Bhagwan. So when we do all this, the only way to remove the asuri and bring the Amrit is Bhagwan's naam. And that is Bhagwan come in that Shivji or Vishnuji is a roop, but those Bhagwan's sadhana, jap, swadhyay, in time, many times it happens even if I'm doing puja, I may get angry. It happens to all of us, even human being. And that time we all can experience, if we have that understanding, assimilation of those sattvic tendencies. That's why we talked about 14th chapter is very, very important. Sattvagun, Rajogun, Tamogun. Our goal should to have as high as possible Sattvagun, as high as possible. Because Sattvagun is like that which will save us from the negative tendency, asuric. And then we can drink. So this is Samudra Manthan. Actually, this chapter, Devasur, एक्चुअली चैप्टर का नाम भी वही है जो उस शास्त्र में देवासुर संग्राम, उसका नाम ही देवासुर संग्राम है, समुद्र मंथन. दिस चैप्टर इज ऑल्सो देवासुर, but it is all within us. There is no outside, and all it's all our. We can handle it, right, by only one way, Shraddha. That's why this Arjun has asked this question at the end of this chapter. ये होगा कैसे? तो now Bhagwan is going to tell कि श्रद्धा से कैसे होगा. So that, and so before we get into Shraddha and Hanumanji, just small story that will summarize 16th chapter. If we don't control those asuri tendencies on right time, we all know that, right? Like we get the virus. If you get the cold, if you don't control the cold, it will become flu. If you don't control the flu, it will become pneumonia. If you pneumonia, you're gone. So right there, when you have a cold, take care. That's what doctors say. Like, I mean, you can take care of yourself, and if you control right there, then you will not get into pneumonia. Same thing. Asuri tendencies are within us. Devik also, we have to handle that. So this is, the story goes like there was a person who's in jail. Say he's a criminal, or like he was there for life imprisonment. So he was a very old criminal, with a criminal face, and he was in jail. So you can feel that, oh, he's a great criminal, right? He must have done some murder and all this thing. Very fearful face and all this thing. So when he was about to give the last punishment, life imprisonment or whatever, death punishment, they asked, do you want to have something? You want to see something? They asked a wish. He said, yeah, I have a wish. There is a picture of a kid. Then some store, he said, you can go and I want to see that picture. Beautiful picture of a kid. Were a famous painting somewhere there. They said, okay, I don't know why he wants to see that. So they got that picture of a beautiful kid. Kid are always anyway. But this was beautiful picture. People used to buy that picture. So he said, I want to see that picture. Okay, they said, okay, let's get it. So they got that picture. And he was, last day of, he was given a death penalty. He looked at the picture and started crying. And then the jailer asked, like, why are you crying? You got this picture. First of all, I'm surprised why you want this. And now you're looking at the picture, you're crying. And he said, yeah, the reason I'm crying, he said, this is my picture. When I was a little kid, I was so beautiful, so innocent that my picture became poster. And look at me now. Dev to Asur. Same person. वो जब बच्चा था तो देविक था. Now he has become criminal Asur. So it is not, that's what Bhagwan is in this chapter saying, it is nothing outside. It is all us. And that is the purpose of this chapter too. To tell us that yes, it is all within us. We don't have to go too far. And so sadhan or all these things are, all these studies, everything, that's why we call it Swadhyaya. It is just for me. We don't have to worry about कि बाकी लोगों का क्या हो रहा है. That's fine. And that's what 16th chapter ends. Now, Arjun, so 16, at the end of 16th chapter, if you last slok, Bhagwan says, Arjun asks the question. So Bhagwan says, if you have doubt, then tasma shastram pramanam te. Shastra are the praman. Go to Shastra. And Shastra means systematic study. It's not randomly कोई पेज उठा लिया, कोई एक गीता का श्लोक लिया, कर्मण्य कर्म फल. That's what our Acharya said. Don't do that. Don't pick up a random shlok from some chapter and say, oh, this is what Bhagavad Gita. No. Study right from the beginning to end. Comprehend everything. And once you comprehend that, then you can read a different way. But you have to go through someone who has gone through, right? Systematic. That's why Shastra is systematic study. And we know by definition, Shastra means Shasana Trayate di Shastra. The one guides you, protects you from doing wrong by the discipline. Shas means the discipline or right way, the guidance. So the book which gives you the guidance to protect you from doing the asuri things is a Shastra. That's why we call Bhasan. Bharat mein to like Sarkar is called Shasan, because Sarkar, government's role is to give you the rules and regulation to make the life healthy or happy for citizens. That is we call it Shasan. Same thing Shastra makes it. So Bhagavan says that at the end of this chapter, Tasma Shastram Pramanante Karya Karya Vyavasthito. So Bhagavan says, Arjun, you have to go to Shastra. So Arjun heard second chapter, 16th chapter end. Now look at that. It's the beginning of the 17th chapter. Before we get, let's talk a few minutes about Hanumanji, because the chapter is Shraddha Tara Vibhag Yoga. And Hanumanji is the embodiment of Shraddha. So, a lot of time this question is asked, like, and we talked about last time, Bhagwan Ram's birthday was there, last time we met. And I talked about Navdha Bhakti. One of the things outstands in Bhagwan Ram's life is Bhakti. It is all about Bhakti, Ramayana. And we talked Shabri, and Bhagwan gave Shabri Navdha Bhakti. So a lot of time there is a question always people have that Shraddha Bhakti, Shraddha Bhakti. What is? So there is not much difference. Shraddha is, we can say, Bhakti, Shraddha is like a fruit which is in ripening. Fruit, the कच्चा फल जो पका होने वाला है. तो Shraddha is like, Bhakti is like Shraddha which is in ripening. There is a ladder, there are certain steps which are leading toward the top. So bhakti is at the top, Shraddha is the beginning steps. That's it. There is no separation, but different time these terms were popped up. Bhakti term came later, we know that, but it is the same. Like it's a maturity of Shraddha, we can say Bhakti in simple terms. So this chapter is Shraddha. So Hanumanji is like that, right? We know that. So Hanumanji is embodiment of Shraddha or Bhakti. We can say that he is here. So Tulsidas ji in Hanuman Chalisa is the best. So Tulsidas ji, look, Hanuman, and we all know that Hanuman ji is one character which among all the Hindus, even non-Hindus, हमारे घर में तो there was a lady, we were in Dubai and we used to have a Muslim lady, our maid servant, and she used, I remember that हमारे घर में हनुमान जी थे, तो she said कि मैं कभी लाके इनको प्रसाद कुछ चढ़ा सकती हूँ क्या? चढ़ा दो. तो पूछा उसको एक बार मैंने कि क्या है, तो बोले मेरे को हनुमान जी बहुत अच्छे लगते हैं. He helps me. Oh, he helped me what? I mean, when she is not feeling good, she'll think of Hanuman ji, she feels good. ऐसे हनुमान जी के लिए तो ही, तो that's हनुमान जी. I mean, that's हनुमान जी everybody love, छोटा बच्चे से लेकर के बड़े आदमी तक. सो हनुमान जी में लोगों की श्रद्धा जो है वो अटूट है, अद्भुत. एंड हनुमान जी की श्रद्धा राम जी में अद्भुत अद्भुत थी. I mean, there is no doubt about that. Everybody knows. So हनुमान जी means everything श्रद्धा एंड भक्ति. एंड तुलसीदास जी की श्रद्धा सेम थिंग. तुलसीदास जी राम जी के भक्त तो थे, देयर इज नो डाउट, बट ही वांटेड टू गो टू राम जी थ्रू हनुमान जी. दैट्स अ होल हनुमान चालीसा ही कंपाइल्ड. रामायण तो कर चुके थे पहले रामचरितमानस, उसके बाद हनुमान जी का कैरेक्टर भी लिख चुके थे. देन ही ओके हियर इज. So that's why Tulsidas ji has written two wonderful line in Hanuman Chalisa, beginning of Hanuman Chalisa. बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरऊं पवन कुमार, बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि, हरहु क्लेश विकार. So बुद्धिहीन तन जानिके सुमिरऊं, that सुमिरन word is nothing but synonym of श्रद्धा. स्मरण, जिसको हम लोग स्मरण, एक्चुअली इट इज संस्कृत में इट इज स्मरण, वो थोड़ी कलोक्वियल लैंग्वेज में सुमिरन हो जाता है. पंजाबी में भी सुमिरन हो जाता है, और अवधि में भी सुमिरन लिखा तुलसीदास में. इट इज स्मरण. स्मरण मीन्स याद करना कॉन्स्टेंटली. सो ही सेइंग बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरऊं पवन कुमार. सुमिरन में श्रद्धा, सुमिरन में श्रद्धा. तो ही सेज कि तुलसीदास जी, what a scholar. I mean, somebody is reading 24,000 shlok in Sanskrit and translating that into Ramcharitmanas Avdhi. He is not a joke, right? He was like the, just a hallmark of intellectual we can say maybe the class. बट ही इज सेइंग बुद्धिहीन तनु जान के, सब करने का कह रहे हैं कि मेरे को तो आई डोंट हैव बुद्धि एनीथिंग, तनु जाने के, आई मीन आई एम डिवाइड ऑफ बुद्धि, एंड तनु मीन्स वेरी वीक, आई एम वेरी कमजोर, आई डोंट हैव एनीथिंग। सुमिर हूँ पवन कुमार, ऐसा सोच के मैं पवन कुमार को स्मरण करता हूँ, दैट मीन्स माई श्रद्धा इन पवन पवन कुमार, बट दैट इज सरेंडर। ये सब तुलसीदास जी तो बहुत विद्वान थे, क्या क्या लिखा उन्होंने, हमें ब्यूटीफुल संस्कृत एंड अवधि एंड अलग हिंदी वॉट एवर, but he is saying buddhihin, that is shraddha. So shraddha and humility, humbleness go together. That is shraddha is humility. तुलसीदास जी कहते हैं, तुमिरहु पवन कुमार, बल विधि विद्या देहु मोहि, हरहु क्लेश विकार। बल मांगा, विद्या मांगी, बुद्धि मांगी, लेकिन ह्यूमिलिटी से, विद श्रद्धा, अदरवाइज इट बिकम्स एरोगेंस। So if without Shraddha, if we get, then we get arrogant. और हम लोग देखते हैं सब, बहुत सारे लोगों को भी, हमारे समाज में भी, अपने परिवार में भी, अपने साधु समाज में भी, कि वी सी दैट, राइट। और मैं आई एम बुद्धिमान, आई डिड इट, तुलसीदास कह रहे मैंने तो कुछ किया नहीं है, बुद्धिहीन न जाने के। सो बल विद्या विद्या देहु मोहि, मुझे अब नाउ ही इज आस्किंग कि मुझे बल बुद्धि विद्या दो, यू ऑलरेडी हैव दैट, बट ही सेइंग आई डोंट हैव एनीथिंग, इट इज योर कृपा, and that is come through Shraddha. Otherwise it doesn't come. If I know that I know everything, अभी जाके भगवान के सामने खड़ा हूँ, वो किसी ने एक बार व्हाट्सएप पे बहुत अच्छा एक मीम भेजा था कि वो मुकेश अंबानी वहाँ दर्शन करने के लिए ही वेंट टू श्रीनाथ जी, वो खड़ा हुआ मुकेश अंबानी और वो नीता अंबानी, मेरे को पूछ रहा भगवान क्या चाहिए आपको मुझसे, ही आस्किंग दैट कि मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ आपके लिए। मुकेश अंबानी इसलिए कि मैं बताऊँ मैं क्या करूँ आपके लिए, बट दैट्स व्हाट वी आर, राइट। हम भगवान के सामने भी जाते हैं तो वी नो आई नो एवरीथिंग, इससे जस्ट, तो दैट, बट तुलसीदास जी कह रहे हैं, एंड देन ही सेज हरहु क्लेश विकार। सो विकार इज एग्जैक्टली दोस आसुरी संपत्ति, क्लेश एंड विकार। इस चैप्टर में जो देर आर ऑलमोस्ट 26 आसुरी भगवान डिस्क्राइब, राइट फ्रॉम द श्लोक 1 to almost 16 चैप्टर में, दैट इज ऑल क्लेश एंड विकार। Asuri means Klesh and Vikar. So Bhagavan Tulsidas ji also saying, like we saw the Kam, Krodh, Lobh, all these are Vikar. Vikar means tendencies, negative tendencies, weaknesses. Kam, Krodh, these are Vikar ही हैं. Like these are all diseases, right? Or viruses. So that's what Tulsidas ji said. And then he says ki, so that's what, like Hanuman ji ko to, we can keep talking about Hanuman ji, but I think before entering to Shraddha, he said let's talk about Hanuman ji, कि हनुमान जी ने जो शब्द यूज किया है वहां पर, सुमिरऊं पवन कुमार, that सुमिरऊं, the smiran is nothing but, if we combine abhyas, vairagya, all sadhana with shraddha and bhakti, it becomes smaran. Smaran is a very very powerful technique our rishis have given, किसी को भी याद करना, that is smaran in simple Hindi, but keeping somebody constantly in the mind, you have to have like lot of greed in material sense, right? I want this car, I want this job, I want this. We are constantly thinking of that. In professional world, they say, yeah, you have to be constantly thinking of, then you get it. तो वो तो मटीरियल वर्ल्ड के लिए, बट भगवान के लिए भी उतना ही लाइक डीप डिजायर होनी चाहिए कि भगवान मेरे मन में रहे, एंड दैट इज स्मरण, दैट इज कॉल्ड स्मरण, सुमिरन वी कॉल इट इन पंजाबी और अवधी, एंड दैट्स फॉर तुलसीदास जी, सुमिरऊं पवन कुमार, constantly you are in my mind, and then whole Hanuman Chalisa is there. But yeah, so with that we'll get into 17th chapter. I know we've taken enough time, but that's okay. So so 17th chapter. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. At Saptadashodhyayah. Now Arjun is asking a question. Arjuna Uvacha. Ye
Arjuna
Shastram
Vacha,
Ye Shastram Vidhim Utsrajya
Shastram
Vidhi Utsrajya Yajante Shraddhayanvitaah. तेषां निष्ठा तु का कृष्ण सत्वम माहो रजस्तमः. Ramji, if you don't have Hindi, I can read Hindi if you. Go ahead.
I have it, but I.
Okay, that's fine. I can read
So,
it. Yeah, no
एक
problem.
मिनट एक मिनट.
सो इस प्रकार भगवान के वचनों में प्रीवियस लास्ट टाइम भगवान से शास्त्रम इज प्रमाणन्ते एंड देयर इज अ श्लोक इन 16 चैप्टर विच इज लास्ट बट वन 23rd देयर भगवान सेज कि लुक एट द सेम वर्ड इट इज यूज देयर. सो हियर इज सेइंग ये शास्त्रम इफ यू गो बैक विधि उत्सृज्य, वहां पे भी सेम वर्ड यूज किया शास्त्र विधि उत्सृज्य. अर्जुन ने पूछा था कि जो भगवान ने बोला था कि जो शास्त्र विधि उत्सृज मीन्स गिव अप, डोंट फॉलो. शास्त्र के जो टीचिंग है डोंट फॉलो, उत्सृज. एंड भगवान से वर्तते काम कारतः एंड ही से न सुखम न पराम गति. जो लोग शास्त्र को नहीं मानते हैं और वो लोग दे जस्ट दे वोंट गेट एनी टाइम हैप्पीनेस. ना सुखम न पराम गति, दे डोंट रीच एनीवेयर. So Arjun is asking this, he is asking the same question again. He says कि I understand कि जिनको शास्त्र पता नहीं है, those who are not qualified or maybe people don't get opportunity. So he is saying कि but still they have श्रद्धा. श्रद्धा है उनकी, शास्त्र उनको समझ में नहीं आते हैं. मे बी देर आर रीजन, राइट. संस्कृत में कुछ लोग इसलिए कहीं कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं या प्रॉपर टीचर नहीं है तो लेकिन श्रद्धा है उसकी. तो अर्जुन इज आस्किंग शास्त्र विधि उत्सृज. या आई अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट यू आर सेइंग, भगवान कृष्ण सेइंग कि शास्त्र को नहीं मानते तो दे विल नॉट गेट द सुख. बट अर्जुन से व्हाट अबाउट इफ दे है यजंते श्रद्धयान्विता, लेकिन श्रद्धा से पूजा करते हैं, उनका क्या होगा. ब्यूटीफुल क्वेश्चन, राइट. ही इज आस्क्ड तेषाम निष्ठा तु का कृष्ण सत्वमाहो. सो अर्जुन इज सेइंग कि उनकी जो श्रद्धा है, उनकी जो निष्ठा है, इट इज इट सात्विक, राजसिक और तामसिक. भगवान ऑलरेडी सेड कि इफ ये शास्त्र कोई डोंट फॉलो दैट मीन्स यू आर तामसिक. लाइक रावण, रावण तपस्या तो करता था लेकिन तामसिक तपस्या था. A lot of people do these days also. Like they, in the name of religion, we see all what is happening in the world, right? In the name of somebody was talking to me that it's a religious war. I said, what do you talk? I mean, religious and war, they ideally, fundamentally, these two words don't go together. They just cannot together. If religious in the sense, English religion, but if a dharma and yuddha, they cannot together. Only condition is if युद्ध is for the dharma raksha, then it can be. That's what the Mahabharata yuddha is. Here Bhagavan said, when Arjun is saying, Yudhishthir is saying, can we avoid this war? He said, no, cannot avoid this war. Krishna is saying. Yeah, he has been saying. He went to Dhatraj, he said, we can avoid. But now when Duryodhana is saying, no, I'm not going to give them anything. I'm going to take away everything. And now Bhagavan says, you cannot run away, Arjun. एंड ही इज ऑलवेज प्रमोटेड. भगवान तो इनफैक्ट रण छोड़ दास है, एक बार युद्ध छोड़ के भाग गए थे. ही वॉज ऑलवेज अवॉइडिंग, इट्स नॉट नीडेड. बट हियर इज सेइंग यस, इफ युद्ध इज फॉर धर्म देन इट इज धर्म युद्ध. बट वॉट हैपनिंग दीज टूडेज वर्ल्ड, दैट्स रिलीजियस वॉर. आई मीन somebody has I said, what do you talk? These two words cannot together. If that means you don't understand religion or dharma. That's why you're fighting for nonsense like that. But anyway, so here Arjun is asking ki that person who has Shraddha, he or she doesn't understand the Shastra. What is his Nishtha? The question Nishtha means, in very simple term, Nishtha means very, very like plain translation in Nishtha means personality. And I'll say that's it. My behavior. So in that sense, he's asking in the sense of spirituality, not he's asking in the sense outside world. So he says कि आध्यात्मिक यात्रा में उसकी जो श्रद्धा है वो सात्विक है, राजसिक है और तामसिक है. We'll see Bhagwan explain. Arjun's question is very, because he says that last time Bhagwan you said, but remember if we go back to 23rd श्लोक, भगवान ने वहां बोला है शास्त्रम विधिम उत्सृज, शास्त्र विधि को जो त्याग देते हैं, फॉर व्हाट वर्तते काम कारतः, डिजायर्स के लिए. हियर अर्जुन इज आस्किंग यजंते, जो श्रद्धा से, यजंते में श्रद्धा से. तो अर्जुन इज वेरी स्मार्ट. अर्जुन गॉट भगवान इज एक्सप्लेन. बट ही सेज कि आई नो जिन लोगों को डिजायर के लिए जो पूजा करते हैं या शास्त्र विधि को त्यागते हैं, वो तो आई अंडरस्टैंड कि उनकी डिजायर थी इधर आसुरी वृत्ति, उन्होंने त्याग दिया. लेकिन ये आदमी तो, इसके पास तो सात्विक वृत्ति है, देवी है, लेकिन इसको शास्त्र नहीं पता है. तो विल इट वर्क? And now we'll go into detail. Wonderfully, Bhagwan has explained. So that's what his question is. So Bhagwan's answer, we'll see what Bhagwan says. I mean, Naveen bhai, you can read in English if you want. Right?
Those who worship casting away the spiritual ordinance, endowed with Shraddha, faith, what indeed is their state, O Krishna, Sattva, Rajas, or Tamas?
Yeah, so he's saying that Nishtha is a product, outcome, the last. Shraddha is the journey, the fuel. So Nishtha means, we can say Nishtha is a personality. जैसे हम लोग बोलते हैं, he is a very कर्मनिष्ठ, or he is very धर्मनिष्ठ, or he is very देशभक्तनिष्ठ. देशभक्ति जो है, that is Nishtha. So Nishtha has become my behavior in the outside world. That is, but Shraddha is the fuel which gives power to Nishtha. So that's what he's asking. Arjun is smart. His questions are very smart. That's why Bhagwan is giving the smart answers. So he is saying कि वो इस आदमी का करेक्टर क्या होगा जिसकी श्रद्धा है सात्विकी. सात्विकी होगी तो भगवान is going to explain. But his question is about satviki. So here is a Shraddha word. We'll have to just go a little technical into Shraddha word. Like Shraddha means the definition of Shraddha is शास्त्रस्य गुरुवाक्यस्य अवधारणा इति श्रद्धा. Avadharana means conviction with respect. See, there are two types of conviction. Conviction to respect के साथ ही होना चाहिए, but somebody can force me, like we see the Asuri, we last chapter. Asuri tendency means conditioning. A lot of people in today's world, we see they are conditioned to do something. They think I'm doing right because they are conditioned to do that thing. It's wrong, but they think I'm doing right. And that is so, but Shraddha is not conditioning by force. Shraddha is conditioning by assimilation and conviction with understanding. Why I am doing this, and that's the whole purpose. Bhagwan is entire Bhagavad Gita. Bhagwan is, and actually Bhagwan is convinced, will have convinced Arjun. We saw in the end, and Bhagwan is convincing Arjun that this, you are not doing any hinsa, or you are not doing anything wrong, because this is a dharma yuddha. And Arjun at the end got convinced. And that is, so Shraddha means there is a conviction. So Guru Shastra Vakyasya Guru Vakyasya Avadharana. Avadharana means conviction. That is Shraddha. So I have conviction in that. I am convinced that whatever parents or Guru or Shastra is saying is right. And that is Shraddha. And there is another big Shraddha. There are two words. Shrat means truth. Shat means truth. And Dha means sustenance, Dharana. So the one which helps me to sustain the truth, that is Shraddha. Kya baat hai? What a wonderful definition. Shat means, we all know that we all want to be truthful, right? But we all slip. When situation comes, when I compromise, we say that the password is compromise. And then you lose your account balance. Same thing in our life. Whenever truth is compromised, there is a withdrawal from the character. We all know that, right? I feel something is coming out of me when I am not truthful. The same thing, if my password is compromised, my bank account is reduced because somebody has done the withdrawal. Same thing, when I compromise with truth, something has gone out of me. We all know that, right? We all experience that. And that's what Shraddha, the one which helps me to uphold to truth, that sustaining the truth within me, that is Shraddha. What a powerful. And उसी का maturity of Shraddha is bhakti. So भक्त, इसलिए भक्त बोलता है मुझसे तो कोई गलती हो ही नहीं सकती, क्योंकि मैं तो कुछ करता ही नहीं है, कराने वाले आप. इसलिए भक्त कैन सस्टेन ट्रूथ, बिकॉज ही से मैं तो कुछ करता ही नहीं, आप करा रहे हो. That's what, that is very powerful. Shraddha is a very powerful term. So that's what Shraddha. And then we'll see as we go forward how many types of Shraddha. And another thing is, like, there is a Shraddha, very popular Hindu ritual, Shraddha. I think we should talk that briefly. That has all come from Shraddha. The root of that Shraddha is Shraddha. Shraddha in ancestors, the ritual performed to show, or because of the Shraddha in ancestor, is Shraddha. और एक उन्होंने डिसाइड कर लिया कि 15 days of the year before that Navratri comes, that there is a 15 days time where there is no festivities. During that time, remember your ancestors, and we do like Shraddha ki puja hoti hai mandir mein bhi. But the purpose is to do some, remember those ancestors who have given us all this, whatever we are enjoying, the life, the good life. So that remembering them, doing a puja for, that is Shraddha. That is root word is Shraddha. कि I am convinced my ancestors were good people. That's why I'm doing श्राद्ध. लेकिन अब वो इंडिया में तो श्राद्ध का कुछ मतलब ही और हो गया, whatever, like rituals इतने ऐड हो गए, पंडित जी लोगों ने कुछ कर दिया है कि there was somebody send a meme during श्राद्ध पक्ष और पितृ पक्ष कि वो, और and it's true, actually it's not a meme, it's a true thing. अपन वीडियो और पिक्चर भी भेजे थे कि इंडिया में भी there is a unfortunate tradition of वृद्धाश्रम, which is unfortunate tradition. The Indian society was known for living together, and now we have Vratashram. That means there is some problem. We all know that. Right? I don't want to go into detail of that. But आज श्राद्ध पक्ष के टाइम में इंडिया में वृद्धाश्रम में बहुत भीड़ हो जाती है. लोग सब जो बच्चे जहाँ भी दूर से होते हैं आते हैं वृद्धाश्रम में, दिल की तो डोनेशन. तो किसी ने पिक्चर भेजा था मीम की, उसमें क्या होता है, श्राद्ध में कौवे को भी द क्रो, you feed the crow and crow will take the message to your ancestor. That's a whole story. So a lot of crow are given. The crow, they come to the वृद्धाश्रम में, वहीं इकट्ठे हो जाते हैं. अब श्राद्ध पक्ष आ गया, खूब खाने को मिलेगा. And all the crows are sitting near the वृद्धाश्रम. Somebody sent a cartoon, but there is a message in that. Right? What are we doing? That is not Shraddha. That is not Shraddh. So anyway, that's a different story. But anyway, so that's what Shraddha. So now let's look at Bhagwan's answer. We have a few more minutes, and then so Bhagwan answers Arjun's question, right? Shri Bhagwan Uvacha
श्री भगवान उवाच
Trivida Bhavati Shraddha
त्रिविधा भवति श्रद्धा
Dehinam Swabhavaja
दहीनां सा स्वभावजा
Satviki Rajasi Chaiva
सात्विकी राजसी चैव
Tamasi Chetitam Shunu.
तामसी चेतिताश्रम. श्री भगवान बोले, मनुष्यों की वह शास्त्रीय संस्कारों रहित केवल स्वभाव से उत्पन्न श्रद्धा, सात्विकी और राजसी तथा तामसी ऐसे तीनों प्रकार की होती है. उसको तू मुझसे सुन.
Threefold is the sattva, faith born of individual nature of the embodied, sattvic, rajasic, and tamasic. Listen to it thus.
Yeah, so we have to go back to the 14th chapter. We have to recollect what is taught in 14th chapter. So 14th chapter, I personally feel is the best chapter. Best chapter in the sense, second and third chapter are the fundamental. There's a teaching there. But 14th chapter is actually how to use that teaching in our day-to-day life. That is 14th chapter. Sattvagun, Rajogun, Tamogun. We have gone through that. Exactly, we have to little bit bring that whatever is taught there. And Bhagavan is saying the Shraddha is also three types. Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. We know Sattva means which is when I am feeling good, when I am feeling virtuous, when I have purity in my mind, that is Sattva. Rajas is when a lot of passion is there, a lot of activity is there, a lot of desires are there, that is Rajas. And Tamas, of course, Tamas means, oh, I mean, it's not just my desire. I have desire to take everybody's thing also. And then inertia, lethargy, negative tendencies, that is tamas. And that's the reason we have famous Hindu prayer, right? Which we all say in schools and colleges. And I ask many times kids also, like there. Very few people even, I mean, English meaning people will just recite, but asatoma satgamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, mrityurma amritam gamaya. Tamasoma jyotirgamaya. That's what this Tamas Bhagavan is talking about. And Jyoti means Sattva. So Tamas se Sattva pe jana hai. Raj, and that's why Arjuna asked question, Sattva, Raja, Tamas. So he is combining, and Raj, Tam, they go together. in the 14th chapter is very well explained. Same Dev Asur Jhagda. Ki they try to take over Tamas and Rajas, they try to take over Sattva. And so beautifully explained in 14th chapter that we can practically feel in life. And I when I teach younger kids or younger group, I tell them that, and actually in our class, kids class, I gave that there's a pie chart, and the pie chart has 3 slices. There's no choice. You have 3 slices. The only choice you have is you can make one slice bigger than other. That's it. Suppose we get order pizza and we say, okay, one on the 2 slices just put green pepper onion, and one slice just be plain cheese, and one slice could be pineapple. We always order, and they do that, right? So the size also can be bigger. Oh, pineapple slice should be bigger than the green pepper onion. But slices are only 3. So Sattvagun, Rajogun, Tamogun, there are 3 slices. And Rajogun, Tamogun, they get together and they want to take over Sattvagun. And we can feel in the evening. When evening we are home, you see, when students, I tell them, right? You come home after school. There is some your tantrums are there. It's a bad day. Somebody fought with me, and everybody, not only kids, we all feel that. When come home in the evening, Rajogun and Tamogun are so high that I don't want to talk to people. If somebody tells me, just stop it. I'm not in good mood. The same person who is in the morning was so jolly because Rajogun and Tamogun have taken over the Sattvagun. And that is the reason our Shastra says, do Sandhya Vandanam 3 times a day. In the morning, during the day, because during the day Sattvagun, Rajogun are increasing, do Sandhya Vandanam. Sattvagun will again, Tamogun, Rajogun are increasing, Sattvagun will increase. Sandhya Vandanam, Bhagwan ka naam. Evening, come home, do the prarthana. Sit for meditation. These days it's become easy also. Sit for meditation. And in fact, now when I teach meditation to non-Hindus also, I said there is absolutely no prop needed. Wherever you are, just close your eyes, and then if you have the Sattvagun maintained little bit, you get into meditative mode, and then Sattvagun will be high, and it will balance Rajogun, Tamogun. And that's what Bhagavan, Shraddha also the same thing. We'll go into detail. Shraddha also, like I have a Shraddha, but Ravan has Shraddha in Shivji too. He was Shivji's devotee, Shraddha thi uski. But his Shraddha was for Rajo and Tamogun based. So that's what he's going to tell. So we'll go into detail. So we can stop here. So again, the Shraddha is Bhagwan is the doer. I don't do anything. So we always chant that bhajan, right? कौन कहता है भगवान आते नहीं, तुम मीरा के जैसे बुलाते नहीं. That is Shraddha. कौन कहता है भगवान खाते नहीं, बेर शबरी के जैसे खिलाते नहीं. That is Shraddha. एक और भजन हम लोग गाते हैं, महामंत्र है ये जपा कर हरि ओम तत्सत हरि. 17 चैप्टर के एंड में हरि ओम तत्सत का एक्सप्लेनेशन आएगा. वो भजन में ऐसा ही है. हरि ओम तत्सत में भगवान का नाम. महामंत्र है ये जपा कर हरि ओम तत्सत हरि ओम तत्सत. उसमें एक लाइन आती है, लगी आग लंका में हलचल मचा था, तो घर फिर विभीषण का क्यों कर बचा था. लिखे थे यही नाम कुटिया में उसकी, हरि ओम तत्सत हरि ओम तत्सत. उसका घर नहीं जला विभीषण का, हनुमान जी, पूरी लंका जल गई. हलाहल का मीरा ने प्याला पिया था, उसे विष से अमृत फिर किसने किया था. मीरा को बोला था कि इसमें विष है, तो उसने कहा था कि ये कोई कह रहा है कि प्रश्न है, प्रसाद है कृष्ण का. तो दे वांटेड टू किल मीरा. शी सेड आई विल ड्रिंक इट इवन इफ इट इज विष. ये तो प्रसाद है कृष्ण का. मीरा नहीं मरी. तो आपको आश्चर्य हो गई, मरी नहीं, विष पी गई. हलाहल का मीरा ने प्याला पिया था, उसे विष से अमृत फिर किसने किया था. दीवानी भी मीरा इसी नाम की थी, हरि राम तत्सत हरि कृष्ण तत्सत हरि कृष्ण तत्सत. That is Shraddha. So this chapter is good. We'll talk more about Shraddha. I'll go. So today let's go for our sit for our meditation. Now look at that. As we are getting more detail, like Bhagwan's teaching, we enjoy that, right? It's just a matter of sitting for that meditative environment. Rest Bhagwan will do that. You don't have to put a lot of efforts. There's no doing in the meditation. That whole terminology of doing meditation is very, very wrong. It's a very wrong English translation of our ancient traditions. We don't do things. Things happen. I'm just surrendering myself. Shadimam tam papannam. Baki Bhagwan karenge. So that's what. So what we do, our journey, we know in this from Pancha Tattva. Our problem is that same thing. Rajogun, Tamogun takes me towards the Indri. And that's what, like Arjun asked the question, those people who are always thinking of Indri Asur, Asushu Ramante iti Asur, always. So the goal of this is to withdraw our mind from senses. And when the mind is withdrawn from senses, mind becomes quiet. When the mind is quiet, which is thoughtless, no, there's no thoughtless state, but thoughts are not there, then I can realize my like Swarup, which is Sakshi Chaitanya. And that is meditation. So there is nothing. So let's start. Just Om. Om. Well, this is Bhagavan told in Arjuna in 6th chapter. It's nothing new. So keep the focus on the tip of the nostril and bring image of Prithvi Tattva.
ये आलू कैसे बनाता होगा ये?
Shift the focus to the tip of the tongue and bring image of Jal Tattva.
व्हाइट आलू को जब गरम गरम होते ना पीस दो, वही तड़के में जो भी है, ज्यादा प्याज वगैरह तो डाले नहीं होते, इट्स जस्ट
So bring focus to the
थोड़ा पानी.
eyes and bring image of Agni Tattva.
Mak-
Agni Tattva means Surya. I think somebody is talking. Can you put yourself on mute? So bring image of Agni Tattva, which is Surya Bhagwan. Now shift focus to the skin. The fourth element is Vayu, which we cannot see, touch, but we can feel. So on the skin, we can feel Vayu. Now the last element is space, Akash. But Akash, we don't see Akash, we don't feel. The only way we see Akash is the sound travels in space. So we can feel, so we can hear some sound and we'll feel the space outside or inside. All these elements are outside, inside also. Now Bhagavan says that we have to feel that I'm not this. That's what 2nd chapter. I'm not these senses. That means no, I'm not this body. I'm not even the mind behind the body, because mind is also a sense with sense. And when I'm not the mind, I'm not even the buddhi and the ahankar, the body identification. So what I am is, when I am not all these, at this point you can observe the mind. Mind is quiet. You can see that there are no thoughts. The one who is observing is that Sakshi Chaitanya, and that is my Swarup. And it happens when this period is long, we feel that I'm just there. That's it. There is nothing else. In fact, our Shastra goes there, Tattvamasi, you are that, which you are looking for. Who am I? Tattvamasi, you are that. So that one who's observing even the mind, that is Sakshi Chaitanya. And Bhagavan says, Yukta Asit Matpara. In this state, bring yourself to me or come to me. Matpara means I am the ultimate goal. I am the ultimate goal, you are the ultimate goal. Tattvamasi. Just stay in that state that I am that Sakshi Chaitanya as long as possible. Stronger the Shraddha, faster we can reach to that state. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Boli Krishna Kanhaiya Lal ki Jai.